So where our journey begins and how I got here tonight, besides the failure and falling over my feet and stuff like that, was back in 1971. Does anyone remember 1971? Okay? It was a dark period in my life. I want everyone to think of the Millennium Falcon, hyperdrive, but no lights, just darkness. So can everyone say, shoot? This side, shoot, 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 there it is, shoot, there it is. So here we go. We're going. Really dark period of my life. I couldn't see anything. But I was floating around for months, just floating. And all of a sudden, everyone raise your arms like you're going down a water slide. Here we go. Woo! Come on, God. But I got stuck. I didn't get stuck in a water slide? What the heck's going on here? 1971. And then I went back up and I was here for a little bit more. Very dark. All of a sudden the water slide happened again. Everyone together. And I was born. March 22nd, 1972. Okay? I don't want to think about it except for that part's kind of freaky. But anyway, so this is how I got here. But I started out in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Do we have any Irish people here? Woo! All right. Top of the morning to you. So, I was born on March 22nd, 1972. And then, who here remembers 1972? Okay, not very well for me, but my Dolphins, who here likes football? My Dolphins were the only undefeated team. Nothing really since. And then, who here, and thanks to that, my hair looks like this. So, the Dolphins were perfect. Team Canada beat the Soviets. The Red Machine, yes! I want everyone to say, go Canada, go! Go Canada! Sorry, Putin. Okay, so, go Canada, go! Go Canada! Go Canada, go! Go Canada, go! So, I was still in Ireland. I really had no clue what was going on until I was about 3 years old in 1975. And my parents said, we're moving. I was like, moving? What's moving? I have no clue. It actually sounded like this. What's moving? I have no clue. And they were like, well, we're going to a place called the US of A, where there's walls. No, just kidding. I wasn't a psychic, no. So anyway, who here loves their grandparents, aunts and uncles? All my family was in Northern Ireland. So, back in the old days, you could go down to the runway, they had the steps up to the plane, so here's my granny and my grandpa holding my hands. I was like, oh yes, my granny and grandpa are coming with me. And then they were like, sorry David, we're not coming with you. My heart was ripped out like Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. I was so sad. I started crying. Anyway, I got on. Who here has ever seen Castaway? Yep. Tom Hanks? It was like this. Wilson! 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 Anyway, I got into the plane. Now, you guys aren't kids. Well, you're almost a kid. So anyway, everyone take their arms like this. And we flew from Northern Ireland to Kansas City. Who here can tell me what is Kansas City famous for? Royals. The Royals, KC Royals. Okay? The Chiefs. And Dorothy. No place like home, Auntie. And I'm going to get back to that in about 5 minutes here. So, I lived in Kansas City in a house with no basement. What is wrong with a house with no basement in Kansas City? Tornado Alley. So when I was 3 years old, my sister and I, and my mom, I think my dad was at work, and my brothers weren't born yet, we heard our everyone. And I still remember this, I'm 47 today, and I was like, oh my God, there's a tornado coming. It looked like it was going to get us. We ran across the street into the house was shaking, and that was enough of Kansas City. Beautiful place, great people, but I was scared. I was scared silly. So anyway, then my parents came up to me a little bit later and said, David, we're moving to Canada. Yeah, all right. So we went to Canada on a plane. Okay. Oh, she knows. All right. I bet it came from teacher's pet. Okay. And we flew to the Great White North. Everyone together. Hosers. It was great. No, anyway, I was 5 years old and I went to a school called Orchard Park. Do we have any Orchard Park bears here? Oh, no. Okay, anyway, so playing marbles at school? Okay? I love playing the hockey card game. You ever play the hockey card game? You throw hockey cards against the wall? Who is this? Wayne Gretzky. Okay, here we go. Oh, I lost. Oh, I got another 2 of them. Oh, I lost. I lost. I think I lost like about $10,000 that day. So, time went on. I graduated. I went to Sir Frederick Anthony High School. Do I have any Broncos in the house? Okay, I'm like, all right, woo! All right. And then, in 1988, my family said, we are moving. And my dad wasn't even in the Army. Okay, so we moved to a great place called Halifax. Okay? Anyone from Halifax? Woo! Nova Scotia. Okay, so this time we didn't take a plane. We drove. Okay, we drove through the States, then New Brunswick, and then we got there. And it was incredible. The Maritime people are great. But when I first heard the news, we're going to the Maritimes, Halifax, I was 16, I'm like, I don't want to be a fisherman. Like, come on! I don't want to be a fisherman, right? And I was so depressed, but guess what? I love Halifax. So this is another reason how I actually got to the States tonight. Change. Change is great. Don't let it defeat you. Now, back in 88, went to Halifax, and then I moved. It was really cool. I ended up moving, again, back to London, Ontario. This place seems to have a big magnet, draws you back in. This was 1995. So after graduating from high school, came back here, and it was crazy. I got my degree from university. Dalhousie University. Do we have any Dalhousie people here in the house? Well, we have any Mustangs here in the house? Okay, I know, Western. Good school. So, I went there, and it was incredible for 4 years. But guess what happened? After coming back to London, I'm great. I'm going to make minimum $50,000, $60,000 with my BA degree, and I was making minimum wage. Who here's ever got their degree and worked for minimum wage? 1, 2, come on, be honest. So it was awful. I got so depressed. I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? So I thought, you know what? I've always used my imagination to create. So I'm going to write a book, right? Authors are famous, right? They're rich. I'm going to make it. So I ended up writing The Bird That Wanted to Fly. Who here has ever read my first book before? Oh my goodness. Okay, see, Canadian authors, you got to support us. And then I ended up writing The Skinny Hippo. And I was still depressed because I got rejection letter after rejection letter. Again, I fell towards my dreams. I kept on falling. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to really work hard. So I got telemarketing jobs. I got door-to-door sales jobs. I ended up working for Marks and Spencer's. If you flash forward to the 21st century, I was actually packing flyers. Press counting flyers. There's a person here in the house that knows that too as well, and I actually worked with them. He came tonight. One of the things that I'm going to talk about now is we're going to flash back to Kansas City. Let me talk about The Wizard of Oz. Who here likes the original 1939 The Wizard of Oz? Okay, Judy Garland, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Okay, so to get up to this stage, you have to have belief in yourself. Dorothy had that belief, right? She had the faith. She knew she was going to get back home. Okay, she had the dream. The other big thing too as well, who here loved the Tin Man? Who here liked the Scarecrow? Okay, Cowardly Lion. Okay, and I feel like I can talk about it because living in Kansas City, right? Home of Dorothy. So the Scarecrow, he didn't think he had a brain, but he did. He just didn't believe it. So have that belief. There's people here in the audience, I'm not going to mention names, that said, how do you do it? How do you get up on stage? When I was a little kid, I talked like this sometimes. And now it's one of my favorite things to do. So if I can do it, this kid from Ireland, Kansas City, London, Halifax, and London again, you can do it. The fear, you know what, just get rid of the fear. It was great seeing Kevin tonight. Kevin does an amazing job. When I was here last month, there was other great speakers too as well. So just remember, if I can do it, you guys can do it. And the other big thing is too as well. Remember with Dorothy, she wanted to get back home? I kept thinking about this too as well. So in 1995, it was really, really scary. Here's a university grad making minimum wage. And what I actually decided to do was, I'm going to work really hard to do it. So could you imagine if Dorothy walked by the Scarecrow? Can you imagine if she walked by the Tin Man? Can you imagine if she walked by the Cowardly Lion? Would she have gotten home? Probably not. So one of the biggest reasons for being on the stage tonight is networking. Who here has ever networked before? Okay? This is what we're doing tonight. Networking is one of the biggest reasons that I'm up on the stage tonight. So thank you so very much. Just remember, if I can do it, you guys can do it. You guys are being absolutely wonderful. And thank you very much.